Black and indigenous people of color wind down. This is where we've gone to work all week, and now we've come in to just relax and wind down and chat about what's going on. I'm a Corey. I got brother Bobby. I got Dennis, and I got Sister Sana. Normally I would have Bobby, but he's just running late. How's everybody doing today?
I got
It's hump day.
Well, yeah, but yes, hump day. I got an issue today. I was trying to figure it out.
Another one?
Well, I guess it's not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I got a question.
Okay, another one?
Well, I don't know how it works, but how do they blame Travis Scott for this concert thing that's happening? I'm just trying to figure out, like,
because his past shows, why they've listed out all of the charges he's had for his past shows, from inciting people to run stages to inciting people to break barriers down at his concerts. He's pretty much most of his concert, you get charges for something like that. So this was no different.
What does that mean?
Which part? If you inciting people and you have been charged for it by the police for inciting all these issues at your concert, what would make this one different?
I mean, each concert you go to is different. There's no, you can't.
Each of his, we talking only about his concerts. He gets charged for disorderly conduct, for having his people to do stuff and incite stuff. Yes.
Is it because he's black?
His concert. I don't know what, I mean, if he's inciting people, what does that have to do with being black?
Oh, Lord.
Please tell me. If you're making people tear up the place, how's that got to do with you doing black?
I just want to send out prayers to the ones that was lost last night. We're actually working right now to identify the families so we can help assist them through this tough time. You know, my fans really mean the world to me, and I always just really want to leave them with a positive experience. And anytime I can make out, anything that's going on, I stop the show and, help them get the help they need, I could just never imagine the severity of the situation. We've been working closely with everyone to just try to get to the bottom of this. The city of Houston, HPD, fire department, everyone to, help us figure this out. So if you have any information, please just contact your local authorities. Everybody continue to just keep your prayers. I mean, I'm honestly just devastated, and I could never imagine anything like this just happening. I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys updated and just keep you guys informed on what's going on. Love you all.
Sincere?
Sounds sincere to me.
He did better than the baby when he first, started apologizing early.
And the baby didn't apologize.
I'm saying, getting out early on this. But I don't know how it was his fault when he was just a performer at the concert.
Because he was on stage. And if you don't realize that all them lights was in their face, and it's hard for them to really focus on what's going on in the audience, they assume that they can see everything.
I don't understand, how could you be responsible when you got all these people?
Because you can see the floor. You have the highest vantage point.
But you're trying to do your craft,
You're still at the highest vantage point.
If I'm performing, I ain't seeing nothing but what's in my mind, trying to think of my songs, my performance, my whole focus is on not what the crowd's doing. They probably hollering and hooping, and I don't know who's who. How is that my responsibility?
Because you have the highest viewpoint. And again, he did stop and try to figure out what was going on, but nobody told him nothing. So how do you get around that?
I don't know because you get sued for millions over a concert. I've never heard of this. How do you? I mean, everybody get heard of concerts. Never sued a. They sued a concert hall or something, but not the artist. That was just strange.
If your artist is telling you to break up the building and they follow it, whose fault is that?
What do you mean by breaking up the building?
Destroy the venue.
They were
that you're at.
outside.
Hello, I'm asking you a question. If they were there, if they bum rush the stage and tear up the stage, hello, I'm making sense you say they were outside. They bum rush the stage and destroy everything. They kill people. Whose fault is that if he told you to do it?
The people who did it.
All right.
So if I'm a preacher and I tell you, put all your money in church, don't do this, don't do that, you do it. It's his fault.
It's his fault if they do it and he mismanaged it. He can only ask you, he can only incite you to do it.
Well, so should they blame
Same thing with Travis Scott. If you up there partying so hard, y'all motherfuckers come over and rush the stage, turn this motherfucker up. You just told the audience to do it.
So that's what Donald Trump did when he incited for him to go take over the Capitol?
I'm gonna walk down there with you as I walk the opposite direction.
So why they ain't suing him? I mean, I don't. That's just double standard.
Doing that, dear.
But why would it take so long to figure that one out when this
Because he was an ex-president. Travis Scott is not the president.
But Travis Scott didn't do nothing.
Travis Scott is not the president.
It's like it's a double standard.
And I don't see how you get that. If you stop in your conversation,
this was a fest with a lot of performances
what's going on out there, and you don't stop it, how are you taking blame over him? He was saw it. You didn't stop the show.
He said he stopped the show.
He didn't stop the show 30 minutes later. And people is already dead. 8 people. So what are you talking about?
I just don't believe they should blame
He
Travis.
stopped in the middle of a performance and was looking out there before he stopped the show. Everybody saw that.
How did this become his problem?
Because he can see. He has clear viewpoint.
For the love of God.
Yes, him too. He can see him too because he's sitting higher than everybody else.
It is not this man's fault. There was a bunch of concert goers.
If you say so.
As you tell.
So
everybody was hypnotized all of a sudden for 5-10 minutes. They could do what Travis Scott says. Do what Travis Scott says. You have no brain of your own because he tell you to rush the stage.
You had a concert.
Oh,
so
yes.
That's how to do mosh pits and everything else. What are you talking about?
It doesn't make any sense.
If you incited, it's your responsibility.
He didn't holler fire in no crowded room.
He told everybody.
Not the promoter's responsibility.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree.
But at the same time,
as a promoter of an event, don't you have to know like what the fire limits are? You have to.
Supposed to.
Yeah,
You're
like,
supposed to have contingency plans.
But even with COVID, what about social distancing? It shouldn't have been people in
They
there
didn't
anyway.
have a plan for that. Why are you making up stuff? They didn't put a plan in place for that.
If social distancing is still in place,
they didn't put a plan in.
How could you be that packed in?
They didn't put a plan in for it. You didn't have to worry about it.
But it's like that though at them shows. Like I don't know if y'all been to the shows. Like if you're in that concert. Yeah, if you're in that front area, especially if it's a standing concert, you know, it ain't no seats.
And everybody wants to move.
They're all rushing toward the stage, especially when they're dancing and they're getting into the song and stuff.
Everybody's hyped up and everybody's up in it.
Yes.
And if the entertainers, y'all turn up, turn this up, break it up. Hello, that's you. They following.
Don't that mean dance? That don't mean tear up the building. That don't mean.
How do you know? Are you assuming?
Lord. I'm okay because we're not animals.
Oh, you're so old and wild.
I mean, have a good time, people.
When's the last time you went to a concert?
I went to Rick James concert.
Oh, that was 1,000 years ago. He been dead at least 500. Okay, I got you, Dennis.
I bet that shit was fun.
It was. You know
They
what?
didn't do
I bet
nothing but
it
put
was.
their hands
Oh
in
my
there. They didn't
god.
do anything but put their hands in the lap.
Who?
The
Rick,
people at the Rick James.
I swear to God, Rick James.
I bet that shit was fun.
It was fun because he threw joints back then when we went out in the crowd, lit joints, and this is what I'm smoking. My mom was there with us. They threw the joints out in the crowd. I grabbed one and she smacked my head. That was a fun concert back then. I can say I seen
He probably
Rick
was
James.
dancing and playing his instruments, and he probably put on a nice little nasty show.
Had women on the stage, everything. It was all that. That was back in the day when I seen Rick James.
We know. Rick James been dead for 100 years.
Y'all gonna
I
stop.
would have liked to see him.
I would too, because he did a hell of a lot of good stuff.
He was younger then when I seen him.
I'm sure he was.
You know, y'all seen the old Rick James. You know, I seen the young Rick James when he was really. He had joints.
You were around.
Oh please.
I would have liked to see him. I would have liked to see James Brown. I think his concerts would have been cool too.
Yeah.
He's a godfather. We watch his concert. Watch Michael Jackson, all the Terrence Trent D'Arby, all the rest of these people who copy him almost verbatim, almost.
Terrence Trent D'Arby, dude. Oh, he wasn't nobody.
Yes, he was.
Sign your name across my. No.
Yes, that is it. Sign my name upon my heart.
That was one of my favorite artists. I don't care what y'all say.
But he wasn't no Michael Jackson or James Brown.
He was. You should have watched this show.
I fell asleep.
Whatever. I love him because he reminded me of Prince. Whatever, Ray. I don't know what planet are you from?
I'm a lot younger than you, so we.
Thank God Bobby and I, because y'all probably double team me on that one too.
Yeah, because you at the Rick James concert, so
Rick James was
I
a
can't
shit.
touch that.
He was. Hey, that was a shit back in the day.
I know back in the day.
And another concert.
He still is. I still like his music. I think so.
Ain't nothing wrong with that music, but you know you at the old school and Thanksgiving dinner when they come on with the whole family, you know, they play that old school stuff.
Well, I remember when Prince came to the Gin Center downtown Gary. I don't know if y'all remember that.
That was what, 600 years ago?
Prince came to downtown Gary with the time and did a good show.
That would have been what's up.
Right, I'm like, I don't know if people remember that when we first got to Gin Center. What was it? Our mayor got Prince to come there. The first black mayor for Gary, Indiana. I forgot his name.
And how long ago was that?
What's up?
Jesus
This
Christ,
was in the 70s? I'm just checking.
Okay, y'all today, it ain't like it used to be. We used to have fun back in the day with shit like that. It's not, we walked downtown to see Prince. You know, didn't nobody fight or nothing. Everybody was wearing something he
My
had on.
granddaddy tell me the stories.
I don't care what y'all say, we had a good time.
Well, I know you did.
Downtown was the shit.
Right.
That's
Gary was
showing my son where you remember that rock bench. What was it on 7th and Nicollet, where you used to sit and smoke.
But you know,
and
yes.
have the ciphers and stuff.
But when I first moved here, when I first moved here, when I went to Uptown and downtown, that's when they had the spiked hair and all that kind of stuff. And they were really into that Prince stuff back then when I first came in. I was riding the bus and I seen outside everything that Prince was wearing. Somebody had something like that on in the street walking. You know, trying to imitate him when I first moved here. That was back in 90, 91? Crazy.
Yeah, that was a bad big time. That was it. Everybody was in.
I don't know if everybody was in, but it was.
Probably not. I'm just trying to make it sound good. That's way back then. Most of them people are dead. That was back in the 60s or 70s when Rick James was performing.
It had to be the 70s. I was born.
You were born in the 60s. And concert age is
I
70.
was born in 77.
See, I wasn't born until 71. We right there, Simon. We wasn't old enough to go to Rick James.
I would have wanted to though. I ain't gonna lie. Like I would have
Oh,
wanted
I
to.
sure want to. I just try to sneak out if I was the right age.
Shoot, okay.
I sure would have snuck out.
What does that mean, snuck out?
Some of us
You
had to
know.
sneak out,
Right.
because I personally wanted to be in Trouble's line of view, but my people didn't want me to do that, and because you only go around what they say. you know.
So how did you sneak out and
the window?
Well, wait. Did you have to come back home?
Of course, you sneak back in. What are you talking about?
Oh.
If you sneak out, you're gonna sneak back
Yeah,
in. How are you gonna sit on the front porch all night?
I don't know how you can sneak back in without them knowing it.
Why?
That I never.
You talking about if I can sneak out, you mean I can't sneak back in? That don't make sense.
How do you sneak out and sneak in?
Because I'm very, very tired. When I walk out the front door and when I come back in, I'm very, very.
So all the time you go, they don't notice you go.
They see too.
I swear to God,
night.
I've never had to sneak out my house. I mean,
I'm sure. No, I know your parents would have done it. Them guys, dear white folks. Y'all don't have to do that.
No, my mom.
My parents didn't believe at all.
She'd come and look in the middle of the night because we were her, what she calls her second set of children. And
I had stepfathers.
The 5 older siblings, they had already did the sneaking out, so we
already
because she got up and checked on us in the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's how you do it. I didn't get checked on in the middle of the night. We didn't have that relation.
I didn't have to sneak out. I don't know why. Like, if you want to go somewhere, you asked. Either it was yes or no.
Who's you gonna ask?
Your parents.
Just your parents? Mama, I want to go to the bar with all the rest of the old people and shake my thing. Is that appropriate to ask your parents?
Oh no. I mean,
okay, then I'm trying to figure out what you go ask them.
See, I didn't ask them. I asked to go out or go somewhere, and then you would lie to where you go to, so you wouldn't have to tell them that you was going to that.
Because you went to the 7-day Adventist and y'all didn't do all that.
Oh my goodness.
Well, we did, and I partied with the Reverend's daughter, and me and her both were sneaking out.
Always the preacher gonna be the bad one. Them preachers.
Yes.
Yeah, they
me and her both were sneaking out. I'll meet you and do the whistle. Yes. And then we'll sneak back in because their parents will sleep too.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't live.
I didn't. I swear to God.
You didn't live.
That wasn't the kind of sneaking we did. We would just say we were somewhere and went someplace.
See, yes, there we go.
That's the kind of sneaking I did.
Yes.
Like I'm here, but then we're over here doing whatever.
Well, in hindsight,
now
your friends are 10 years older than you. It's kind of hard to explain it, but they my friends.
See, I got caught doing that. We were supposed to be going to Dairy Queen. We went the other route to went by this woman's house. We stopped here on the railroad tracks, and somebody had drove on the railroad tracks and seen us, called my mom and said, "Did you know they was over blah 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 blah?"
Out there doing stuff.
So we got on our way back home. We went the correct way back home, trying to circumvent time. Too late. I got an ass when we got home. Why the hell that phone call it went through? While we were on the tracks, we told you to go straight to Dairy Queen and come back here.
What if she wasn't standing out there waiting on y'all?
Got home.
Because mine would have been standing on the porch. Where the hell y'all go? I got a call. I can't lie. Can't lie.
I couldn't lie. And I had my little brother with us too. Oh, it was just, there was this Kirsten's. You're done. You're not going nowhere else ever again.
Those are the stories. You need to be able to tell those stories to your grandkids so they'll think you are special. But you didn't do those kind of things.
Well, when I grew up,
I had to do them. Since I didn't have no parents and the weirdos I had to live with, you had to live by their rules. And they didn't want me popping my thing with grown folks. So I said I was going anyway. Damn you.
Have y'all seen this?
quite nice.
That's quite lovely. Hey, we will be doing COVID testing and incentives. I found out today that we'll be able to give incentives.
Most of the time, right. Oh, hey, girl. Can't get
It
out.
was cute. My baby was in it. Thank y'all for putting my baby in it.
What?
Now, wasn't that the cutest picture?
Yeah, with the boys at the
Yes.
cotton candy.
I thought that was the best one out of all of them. I'm like, wow. And, you know, it wasn't even like they were looking at the camera. They didn't even know what was going on. It was into their cotton candy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man, cotton candy. Yes. Okay, that's why I promote the family, that whole kind of situation. I think that sort of thing is needed. You know, coming together, hanging out, having memories. You
So
know,
you promote family. Is that what it is?
yeah, I got a kid. We ain't a kid no more, I guess. He's 31.
There's your kid. I don't know. It should be almost 60.
No, he ain't old as his
He
dad
got
yet.
7 kids of his own.
He ain't got no kids.
I mean, you need to stop thinking that you young, dude.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I have not been on this planet that long, okay? I know Methuselah lived down there.
Right. You knew him
28
personally.
years.
You knew him through all his 600 kids.
Right.
Did y'all hear about Steve Harvey and starting his own clothing line? And I definitely want to wear some of Steve Harvey's clothes.
What is it, suits? And
All this stuff, because you know he's got a personal stylist, but his clothing line is called Like Butter Baby. That's the name of it. Like Butter Baby.
What's behind that? Did they say like where he came up with that name from?
No, they didn't say that. This is in the Atlanta Black Star. I was just happy for him because I love his outfits. I could definitely.
He be clean.
Oh, he
Always
don't
like the King of Comedy and Apollo days. He was always clean.
When he used to wear that toupee?
Well, I mean, at the club
Is that
I
what
worked
that
at.
was?
Yes, he's wearing toupee.
He had a box though. Like back in the day, he had like a box.
It was
a kid in play.
Right.
Yeah, it was a kid.
But it was fake.
Yes.
I don't know about all of that. When he was at the bar that I used to bar back at when I was younger, I mean, he'd always be in there, and he looked like he do now. I didn't know his hair was fake.
That's why he went bald. He said it later on.
What bald? Where's he bald at?
He's bald now.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Bobby, how you doing?
Well, nice to see you.
I apologize.
Are we still out of trouble?
Are
we still out of trouble?
Yes,
or did you have to play with trouble?
We took our son to see a matinee, and we went to go see Big Red Clifford the Big Red Dog.
Oh, I love Clifford.
So, you know, by the time we got out, it was like 6. So I'm like, okay, we gotta hurry up and get back so I can get on this podcast real quick. So.
Was the movie good?
It was actually good. It had me laughing, you know. Mm-hmm. And plus, it was empty. They social distance, so it was real good. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was scared of, honestly.
Who was Clifford?
Who was the
Big dog? Red Dog?
You don't know Clifford the Big
Red Dog? Clifford is. I'm talking about who played the voice.
Oh, I don't know. Okay.
I gotta look for that. I saw clips of it, but they didn't say who did that. In mine though, I saw.
But it was a good movie.
Hope it's a black person. Did he sound black?
No.
Oh.
Well, no, you know, the girl that played Creed on Different Worlds, she do all those voices. Male and female.
Talk though on Clifford.
Oh.
No, everybody else talked.
Yeah, everybody else talked. The dog didn't talk.
So it's like Lassie. They make up shit the dog's saying.
What is a lass?
Little captions. What it was? Little captions are those little bubbles with the words.
Thought bubbles.
Yeah.
Thought bubbles. Yeah.
No, it was basically about how he came around for this little girl. The only thing he had to do, how he got so big, is because she showed him love, and he taught her how to speak out and be brave and don't be scared and shy, and that she had friends. So it was basically teaching kids life lessons. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to reply. You can speak out regardless of the bullying and so forth, so on. Because she went through bullying and different things like that. The dog came and rescued her. You feel me? So I'm like, oh, look at Zeus.
Dogs are precious. They are
He's
precious.
like, that's not Zeus. But yeah, but it was cute though. It was fun.
Because I saw the clips of it. And they really made the dog look kind of real. It's kind of real. It just
Yeah, it looked kind of real, but you can tell it was digitally.
Well, yeah. They getting better with CGI.
Yeah, it's better looking than what it was when we was growing up.
We grew up.
How you doing?
They don't have super friends like that anymore.
Well, half our cartoons was racist anyway, so.
I didn't know. I didn't know that until I was an adult.
Me
either.
But I still watch them. I can still recall all of them.
What'd you say, Sina?
Oh, I said shout out to the TikTok because that's where I heard the information from.
Right. Shout out to TikTok.
And then me actually going back and look at some of it, I was like, oh yeah, Popeye was racist. Oh yeah,
100%.
Mickey Mouse was racist. Oh yeah, Bugs Bunny was racist.
There were cartoons, they weren't racist.
What cartoon was it? Thundercats.
All cartoons and who?
The Thundercats. When we continue on.
Why were they racist?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Why are they racist?
They wasn't racist.
Oh, yeah. I'm just asking.
What could they're animals. How could they be racist?
No,
they're cartoon characters.
They could have made racist. They did make racist dogs. They didn't like the monkey people looking people.
Well, Brian are like black people. From the Family Guy. From the Family Guy. Brian Barnes, we see black people. He don't mean to be racist, but
it's in his DNA.
Brian. I don't know. He's a cartoon character. We seem to think that they're real. They can be racist. I figure, well, why not?
I just wish we had more positive shows on TV for our kids.
Well, I think this is positive.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
Does this give you a positive outlook and relief?
It does. It takes the pain off my knees.
Right.
And my lower back.
It starts my libations for the evening.
Just look how pretty it is.
Right.
It's a plant. It's a plant.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to say about this plant since you're showing plant pictures?
Well, I was just showing the plant, just, how America is changing.
So what?
Well, in this article, they're changing the idea about marijuana. And, I was thinking, a long time ago, people thought we should disband this or throw you in jail or put you under a rock.
No, it's because white people is into it now.
They were already into
Yeah,
it.
it's more than just the hippies.
It's
way more.
Not just the hippies.
And black folks and Mexicans. So there's more white folks smoking weed now. So it got to be legal. It got to be all right because the white man is doing it. Someone saying everything in our life we gotta have the white man's approval. You go get a house loan, you gotta get a white man's approval. Go get a job, you gotta get a white man's approval. You even try to start a business, you gotta get the white man's approval. Everything you gotta do is you gotta get their approval. Gotta suck it in.
Okay.
It's rather repetitious.
And what do you say to that?
Shit.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the job.
Okay. I'm not going to fight you, Bobby. I mean, if that's the way you feel.
No, don't do that, brother. Don't do that. When you went and got your job, and you from 1954. So when you went and got your job, who approved it? The white man or the black man?
Neither one. It was a white woman.
They was white, and that was even worse.
There you go.
And that was even worse.
White women, man.
Okay, they were middle management.
White women, they the worst.
They are the worst.
The worst.
Please don't let the tears come. You're dead. God forbid you let them interfere. That's proof in the pudding.
Yeah, they be on some bullshit. I had one of them straight set and gave this dude credit for my idea. Why are we sitting at the meeting? Luckily,
in your face.
I sat and looked at her, but dude, he knew. And so he corrected her and told her it was me. But like them white women, man. And these is people that supposed to be on our side.
Just think if you were gay and black, that's even worse. Because you know they want black men and they can't have a gay black man.
Is that how y'all feel?
Really, that's how they treat you. Yes, I've been there.
But you know why they want a black man?
I don't know. I don't want them.
Because they want to keep their lineage going. They want their kids to live.
They want the kids to live. You trying to get longevity?
No, the melanin. It keeps them from getting different cancers. Because the melanin, you know, they get them, when you white and you sit in the sun for so long, you get polka dots all over your body.
Oh, do you?
Oh my goodness.
I didn't. I ain't never been that up close in person. So I didn't know.
And I guess I'm not white.
I don't think you just have to be white.
Right.
I think it's anybody sitting in the sun for a long time.
But no melanin.
Kind of get chocolate. I get dark.
Because I got them.
Huh?
I said because I got them.
I get dark. I get completely dark. I don't spotty. I just get dark.
Mm.
But our melanin protects us from the sun.
Well, I mean, you're gonna be protected for so long, you know, because it will gonna stop the sun from frying anybody.
I'm not quite sure how that works.
Protect you from the sun because my great grandmother was out in the sun for 12 fucking hours.
Really?
So you can live in the damn sun. So let's get it right.
Now, did she write a book about this? Because she's your sixth grandmother.
I just told you my grandmother died at 114.
All right, she'd have been around a long time. She was tired. She was tired. She was ready to go.
Oh yeah, she was ready to go. She was ready to go drinking turpentine. She was.
Now I don't know what the turpentine do, but way to go.
But that's what their liquor was. She said that's what they drunk. So
turpentine. Why did they just drink alcohol?
They probably did.
Why did they drink home brew?
They probably did. Moonshine. I had moonshine. Who had moonshine?
They still make moonshine.
I know they make it legal now, but I want to eat.
No, that's the real good moonshine. They ain't legal.
You hear what I just said? They make the legal ones now, but I want the illegal ones.
Yeah, the illegal ones, whoa, awesome.
But the illegal stuff, you don't even know what that is. It could be like fuel for your car.
And
it is fuel for your car.
It is. It's just starting my engine.
Mm-hmm.
So why would you drink that stuff?
So somebody can park that Mack truck in my little garage. I'm just saying.
So you used to think 151 then, huh?
Yeah, whatever.
You know what? I have a horrible experience with 151. I think that was really why.
It tastes so good.
But I think it was really why my ex, had problems in the end, because that 151 he used to drink like water back in the day.
Yeah.
I really
no soda. That just messes up.
That's the only one of the liquors that I've seen come with a steel cap on top said, "Warning, warning, Will Robinson, warning." I'm like, why?
You give me 3 of them shots of 151 and let me sip. You don't just guzzle. You sip.
That you get drunk faster. You sip out of a straw?
Yes, the little black straws.
Oh, you really getting drunk.
The little black straws they give you.
Yes.
No. Yes. And I don't even need 3, honestly. I need 2. 3 is there's some depression shit. 3. 2,
Right.
I'm good. I'm dancing, I'm partying, I'm sweating. You know, I gotta be moving. I gotta be having a good time because if I'm not, I'd be down for the count.
Right. You be out there with me in the back of the car asleep.
No, I would be over to the side throwing up. I cannot do liquor.
I know.
So 151, 2 of those, I'll be dead.
Yeah, I don't fuck.
But
Seeing you acting out.
you're not a drinker. That's
Yeah,
why.
just come scrape me off the ground, you know, because I couldn't do it. I could no.
Sure, we could just give you champagne. That would be cute.
But that'll knock you down too. If it's real good champagne.
Good champagne?
Yeah, it'll knock him down.
Yeah.
Just 2 glasses, you be drunk.
You be nice.
I don't know what that means,
Why?
nice.
Good champagne.
So can I ask a question about that liquor thing? Because for the time that you're high or inebriated or feeling that euphoria, is it worth the downside of going through the pain afterwards?
I don't go through no pain.
What pain after, right?
What
are you
pain?
talking about?
Those for the inexperience.
What pain are we talking about?
Well, each time each time I've ever got drunk, it's always been the next day. Like I have upset stomach, a headache, or something.
Because you drinking that
Way
cheap.
too much.
Oh Lord Jesus! How do
Yeah.
you know what's too much? What's cheap liquor? I don't know. I mean,
Yes, you know what cheap liquor is.
okay, I don't drink that much, so I can.
around the corner. It's cheap.
I don't drink that much, so when people buy me a drink, oh, drink this here. Okay,
No, I don't.
I don't
think
have
that.
a drink.
That's a no from the jump, unless you're my best friend.
Or I could do it back in the day, but not now.
Oh, so you can't do that kind of drinking?
No drinking. I don't drink.
So do you have to have a special kind of drink that you know that will make you sick?
Yes. Yes. Better get you a Shirley Temple.
So I can do Coke all night long, but when you put liquor in it, I don't know what to
Coca-Cola
do.
soda, that's what you mean? Not Coke.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you
Be clear.
Oh
Be
God.
clear.
Let me say.
Do this.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. There you go.
That's water.
Make you loose.
Yeah.
And you sip.
You sip, exactly.
How do you teach a young person to
Motherfuckers go to
sip?
the club. I see motherfuckers go to the club and say, shots. Them shots are not made for you just to guzzle. You know what I'm saying? It's for you to sip. That's why you see folks with glasses and they hold it the whole time. Or put
How
a
do you
big
teach a
ice-
kid to slip?
Uh,
How do you teach a kid to slip? I am 22, partying with my homies. How am I going to start sipping a drink? I had to lean. I am pounding it down.
so is who you hang with. So
Oh.
if you're 22 and hanging with folks that know what liquor is, you will sip. If you hanging with the niggas on the street, the brothers on the street, excuse my language,
Turn it up. Turn it up.
you're gonna be drinking directly out the bottle or in a
Right.
red plastic
Right.
cup.
That's how I
Which
fell
I-
over. That's
Which
how
I'm
Cisco
fine
was.
with the red plastic cup because I can still sip. You know what I'm saying? You know, you may think I'm just getting down in this shit. Shot. Yeah, let's do a shot. And I'm pulling it in this
I
red.
didn't learn that until I was old.
Hey, wait. They still drink at the bottom with COVID?
No, everyone has
Since you
their
got
own
a
bottle.
Oh,
Everybody has their own bottle now. So you got a bottle, I got a bottle.
That's why I don't pass the blunt like that no more.
How
Well-
are they doing hookah?
Oh, I love hookah. My son does
So
it.
hookah, you
How
know,
are they doing it though now?
Oh, on the hookah, they come with plastic tips.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own
With your
plastic tip.
own
Nobody
tip.
has to use the same one.
But like in the space.
They should.
How,
are you talking about?
like is there social distancing? Do y'all know? Like I'm gonna check.
Oh.
I want to go do some.
I have
research.
not heard.
They
My
should.
son hadn't said anything.
They should have an outside hookah bar.
Do they have-
Where are they going to have
Are they open
outside
during the
in
day?
Minnesota?
Are they
Yeah.
open during the day
Most of them are.
or just at night? Oh, okay.
My son talks about them all the time.
You said how we work that out?
How would you have a outside bar in Minnesota in the winter?
I would have a roof and heaters, outdoor heaters, the tall outdoor heaters, and y'all have on your coats and fire, barn fire.
I thought there was a bar here that had a glass roof.
No, we don't have that.
I don't know.
We don't have that.
I don't know.
We don't have that.
I thought there was a bar here that had a glass roof.
I don't know about that one.
Where it's like sitting
In
on.
mine,
But if someone create that, if you create it, they will come. So
most bars here already have the outside heating, so you can go outside and smoke.
yeah,
But,
and then you add,
but it's not a comfort.
but then you add some fire out there with it, and the space heaters. It'd be warmed up if you stand around the fires, don't you think?
They got that at the Cherry Pit. Yeah, they have a bunch of fire like pit tables and those heaters that those little propane heater thingies.
And it
So
was pretty
yeah,
warm.
yeah, and they got tables and stuff out there and seating around the fire pits. It's the long ones with the stones and the fire coming up out of it. It does radiate heat.
And you have your jacket or coat on already, so you will not be cold. Like I said, if you build it, it will come. They will come. And then, Caucasians like outside. So, you build it, they will come.
All right, Gayla.
They ain't the only people that like outside.
Yes, I love that thing. That's why I played it again. It is our show, so we can do that, can't we?
Right.
They play commercials like 6 times in 1 hour when you watch TV. You don't complain. You watch 6 commercials. I see the same commercials played 6 times in a row on CNN today. So they get made.
Well, we need to go ahead and put that on social media and pay for it so it can flash on everybody's thing.
Ooh. Okay. Social media.
It's raining, y'all. It's gonna snow tonight or tomorrow.
It might if it get colder now.
What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
What is yours, Fred?
I'm already prepared. I got my lights up. I was like, shit, let me get this done now. I was literally running around from store to store looking for a command strip. Thank you, command. You do the damn thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, they do.
You went from store to store looking for them? You went from store to store?
Yes, I was on the phone. From my house, I go from store to store.
That's cute.
You understand? I don't have to leave my house to do anything. Just to see what deals it is. In Target, I'm the one that had what I needed. So I paid a little bit more, but it was worth it. I needed some hooks, outside hooks, so I can go around my windows. And Command is the only one I believe who's been strong enough. And and did not mess up.
And they won't mess up the paint.
Mm-hmm.
I like those. I love those.
But for 36, it was like $15.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. And if I did it with Amazon, if I would have did it with Amazon, they didn't have them on Prime. See, if you don't have it on Prime, I'm not ordering it.
But they got it
next week. I don't have time for that.
What does Prime do that Amazon does? It does the same thing?
No, Amazon Prime, I can get it the next day. I can get it the same day. I can get it in 2 days. I can get it in 3 days.
That's the difference.
And then I get free movies and TV and all that other stuff too.
Well, I didn't know it. I just ordered Prime by accident. because I got a new credit card. And they said if you get the credit card, you get Prime for free. For I don't know how it worked, but I ain't even signed on yet because I didn't get all that.
Oh yes, you get Amazon Prime, the TV that you can watch TVs and movies and all that on there. They got some good shows. I'm watching Bosch now. I'm watching Bosch. Is it like a detective show? I'm watching that on Prime. They got some good stuff on Prime, and you get first dibs on stuff. They got Amazon Fresh. If you don't feel like leaving your house, you can get groceries on Amazon also, and you can get your regular stuff. So Amazon is the shit. That's why it's the multi-billion-dollar company. And his wife got half of that.
All right, Eddie Murphy, I want half.
I want to be like her. She got half of billions.
You can't hate.
No, I'm not.
She was there for all the whatever.
No, I'm not.
Give her props. I want to show you the COVID messaging for the day.
Trans youth or individuals, let them know, there are walls, there are barriers, but then you have a support system.
Welcome to Bite-Sized Bits of Good, short stories with a big heart and our money-making message at the end, all in under 10 minutes. I'm Todd Michael Barnes. Almost 1 million dead in the U.S. from COVID-19 and 9,000 persons killed by COVID in the land of 10,000 lakes. But out of this dark, deadly COVID story emerges a bright, shining light, an illuminating character who works at the Minnesota Department of Health. So what is the Minnesota Department of Health, the government agency in charge of our state's health safety, doing to keep persons in cultural communities safe during COVID-19? Well, we're just about a minute in. Our stopwatch is running. Stay tuned to the back end of each episode for a money-making message. Today's money-making message, well, forget how to apply for just one grant. What about learning how to apply for the motherload of billions of dollars, all for which you or someone you know can apply? Well, today we introduce you to a new friend, www.grants.gov. So just what are some of the things Minnesota Department of Health is doing to combat the worst pandemic in 100 years? Bite-sized bits of good invite you to chew on this.
Yes, good morning, Todd. Everyone, I would like to start by introducing myself. My name is Renika Evans. I'm the LGBTQA Community Coordinator, lead with Minnesota Department of Health. I work in the Center for Health Equity and Community Health. So you might say, what is a COVID Community Coordinator? We're also known as the CCCs. So CCC leads are divided into 8 categories. And each category is a group of people of a minority group. And we also have a support system for the contractors, which we have a language specialist with multiple languages to make sure we have translators, like poster boards, writing, languages in writing and verbal communication. We also have accessibility program coordinator, which help out with the disability. And they will go out to the sites and do like site visits to make sure things are safe, make sure it's handicap accessible. We also have a vaccine team, which educate each one of the CCC leads and the contractors. Also, we have a contract support team who uplift the CCC leads and help them with all their behind the scene work that no one else has a chance to see. So with the outreach, last year, we had a Walmart project.
What does it feel like for you personally to be at the leadership table and within the system? And what recommendations would you give to older or younger people who are interested in following in your footsteps and coming to the internal system in terms of helping to make decisions?
I would really let them know that they will have to wear multiple hats, that they need to call out their hats when they're making statements and when they're doing different type of work. I use myself as an example. If it's something that I feel that may offend someone, not intentionally, or something that may be confrontational that I may be asked about later, I make sure I say, this is not Minnesota Department of Health speaking. This is Renika, right? For me, that helps let individuals know this is a lived experience that I'm bringing to the table. Otherwise, I make sure that I keep multiple hats. For an example, the Renika you see on camera now is not the Renika that you will meet once I close the hood on this laptop. And there's a reason for that. And we all know there's a reason why we wear multiple hats. We present differently to different people in different ways. For the LGBT, with a focus on the trans youth or individuals that look at me as a leader, I would just let them know, there are walls, there are barriers, but then you have a support system. You have a lot of alphabets, which are people that have your back. You have LGBTQA plus, meaning, and then others. So just keep thriving at it, keep looking up to the sky, keep working at it, and one day you'll be a leader as well.
There are currently over 900 federal grant programs offered by 26 different grant-making agencies at grants.gov. In 2019, the federal government distributed well over $1 trillion to individuals, businesses, and organizations just like you to receive the services or get the important work of government done. So just what's in grants.gov for you? Within grants.gov is a grants learning center where you can learn about grant eligibility, grant-making agencies, and grant-making programs. Grants 101, over $1 trillion in money designated to go to people like you, to help people like you with education, employment, economic development, health and human services, housing, and so much more. www.grants.gov. Now, if you or a loved one need the COVID-19 vaccine, visit the websites listed below and please get vaccinated. And that's our bite-sized bits of good for today, all in under 10 minutes. We'll see you next time. Until then, remember to have a head full of purpose, a heart full of passion, a wallet filled with peace, and a life filled with love. For all of us at ENN, Todd Barnes reporting.
Well, that's our COVID message for the day. Oh, we only got 5 minutes. Any announcements? Reviews?
You put your COVID. I mean,
The big red dog.
all my texts coming in now because my phone was dead. I'm on here, signing. I'm on here. Yes, our fundraiser, of course. And then also don't forget about our bake-off. Put in your bring in your stuff, put in your application, call their number, and let them know that, hey, get down, do better than whoever. Or I'm gonna go in there and just put my cake in, and I just win the prize. I take it. I don't think there's no rules on that. I don't think. I hope.
No, I just want some cake.
Yes. And don't forget our fundraiser tickets are on sale. You can go to Eventbrite and get them. You know?
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.com.
Oh. That's like a website?
It's a dungeon.
When I grow up, I want to go to a dungeon. Lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my.
What happened to Uncle Ray? Did he leave us?
I'm listening to you.
Oh. Well, all right, it's almost last call for alcohol.
This last call.
What's going on? It's Wednesday. Are y'all ready for the weekend? You ready to make some snow angels?
Who says it's going to snow this weekend?
They said it on the news.
Do you believe everything the news say?
Certain things I believe. When I can check multiple sources.
Who is saying it's going to snow? Where you see that other than the news?
The sky.
How can you predict it's going to snow? It's raining right now.
The birds went to the south.
I seen ducks today in a pond on the way to Brooklyn Park.
They was crazy like we are.
And ducks sit out in the cold too. What are you talking about?
I thought ducks went south for the winter.
They don't go south for the, they sit right there in that cold pond in freezing water.
Oh. So what are those things that be honking when they be going out up in the road? I thought those was ducks.
Geese.
Oh.
I'm glad you don't cook.
Glad you don't try to discuss animals.
Well, as a damn bird, they all look the same.
Oh, see, that's even worse.
Well, they're not in the pot or something like that. How you know? They always flying in the air. That's not my fault. I don't know what a duck or a geese.
Yeah. Yeah, Dennis, you're right.
Have a laugh or sing. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say so long. There's a time you put aside for dreaming, and a time for things you have to do. But the time I like the best is any evening.
See you all later. On Friday.
Later.